guys, Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Hit Girl issue 5, and this is the last issue for Hit Girl, which took a really long time to come out, which we'll talk about more when I start the review, because I have a little update for you guys. I have 4 comics on Dark Avenger Inc. that I usually do on Comic Uno, which were Smallville issue 10, Red She-Hulk issue 62, Ultimate Comic Spider-Man issue 20, which is actually my pick of the week and will be featured on my channel, so go check that out, and Young Romance, the new 52 one-shot thing for Valentine's Day. So if you want to go check those out, just go in the description below and there'll be a link for Dark Avenger Inc. So you go check out those reviews. And again, my Ultimate Comic Spider-Man review will be featured on my channel because it is my pick of the week. But let's talk about Hit Girl issue 5, which again took so long for this issue to come out. It was delayed for months, and I really had to think about what happened in the last issue. I mean, once you read the beginning, you're like, oh, now I remember. But you should remember before you even pick up this issue. I was actually thinking the day before, I'm like, what happened in Hit Girl? I don't even remember. And then, like, once I picked it up, I was like, alright, I'm back in the swing of things. But, yeah, so let's talk about this cover. Cover is good, of course. You get to see Hit Girl doing what she does best, pretty much, is killing people and being Hit Girl. So, good cover. The only thing I ever liked John Romita Jr. in is Kick-Ass, because it just fits the story very well, and the grittiness of it. In Marvel, I don't like his art, but I do like his art for Hit Girl, and I think he does a really good job with it. So, cover really liked, but I'll show you something I don't like. I can zoom in. Yeah, $5. That is a lot of money for this. It's not double size, guys, so we have to see if this is worth it. $5 is going to play a big part in my score for my review. So in this issue, we get to see we're continuing where we left off from issue 4, where Mindy is captured, and, you know, these people don't know that Mindy's actually, you know, pretty badass. They don't know that, but they want to, you know, these people are criminals, they're from jail, and they want to kill Marcus and his family because Marcus put him in jail, but Hit Girl kills all of them, and she goes on a spree of killing everybody because she sees her father, which is a little weird, telling her to kill all these people. So that was a little weird, but I'm guessing that's where they're going to bring, what's his name? I can't, the guy who played Big Daddy on, in the movie. Can't think of his name. I know his name, it's just blanking out here. If you tell me his name in the comments below, I know his name. He's obviously a really famous person. But, I can't think of his name. Yeah, so the guy who played Big Daddy in the movie, they want to bring him back. So it's like, oh, bring him back, make him a ghost. You know, that's how they bring him back in the movie. Because this comic is also, you know, kind of a blueprint for the movie. I mean, they do write for the comic, but I feel like they're also writing for the movie with this. It's like, oh, well, what do we want in the movie? Let's write in the comic first. So I feel like they do that sometimes, especially with this Kick-Ass 2 and Hit Girl. So we get to see that. Again, we get to see Hit Girl. She's fighting everybody. She's killing all these bad people. We get to see Red Mist. He is trying to train as Batman. Doesn't work out for him. He's like, I quit. I'm just going to hire a bodyguard. And that happens in this issue. And then Hit Girl, she quits being Hit Girl, which pretty much follows up to Kick-Ass 2, exactly why she quit, and because she doesn't want to hurt her mother's feelings, because the people who died in her house, Marcus said that he did it, which obviously he didn't, it was from self-defense, but the mother was, like, traumatized by this. So we get to see, and in the end, another cliffhanger in which we already knew from Kick-Ass 2, is that Red Mist knows the identity of Kick-Ass, and that's how he kills his father in Kick-Ass 2. So, end of book 2. And start of Kick-Ass 2, the movie. And then I want to show you something pretty cool. So Kick-Ass has not ended, and this is going to be the last chapter. It's going to be a trilogy. Kick-Ass 3 is going to be coming out in May, which I'll definitely be reviewing and picking up. So that'll be the last chapter and the last movie that'll come out, which I'm very excited to see what they do with the grand finale. I really do like Kick-Ass, and I like the story. So very interested to see what happens in the end. But let's talk about this issue. The one problem I had with Hit Girl, I think it came out in the wrong time. I know people are really waiting for Kick-Ass 2, so it's like, Kick-Ass 2, let's bring that out. Alright, Kick-Ass 2 ended. Alright, there's something missing. Let's put out Hit Girl. I think it came out in the wrong time, because it was kind of predictable, because you knew what happened in Kick-Ass 2, but you didn't need this little gap thing. Like, it was understandable what happened in Kick-Ass 2. I felt like Hit Girl really wasn't needed, because the whole gap I mean, sure, I like just having Hit Girl have her own series. I think that was fun. But I think Hit Girl should have came out first and then Kick-Ass 2, and then the follow-up is like Red Mist Knows. Like, this cliffhanger would have been, you know, more of a punch, more of like, hold on, Red Mist Knows? What? You know, like, it's more, a lot of these cliffhangers would have been better, and then it's like, oh, Hit Girl quit, what? But we knew all this because we read Kick-Ass 2 already. So if you haven't read these two series yet, I recommend reading Kick-Ass, then Hit Girl, then Kick-Ass 2. It just gives it more of a flow. And again, with Kick-Ass 2, it's not like so much of a gap that you needed in the middle of the story. It's like, it was a gap, but it was more of a gap that was understandable. Like, you really didn't need this story. And I love that we get more Hit Girl. I love that. But again, you know, not much happened through this gap that we really need to learn. So, this issue is good. It's okay. I like the art. It's very gruesome, this issue, which is great for Kick-Ass. We get to see Hit Girl's personality, and I think the best thing is that this is ending, and we get to see Kick-Ass 3, and I think that's what I'm most excited for. I give it 3.5 stars. Again, I think I would have given this more, because it is a good issue. It's a solid issue. Even though you know everything that's going to happen next. It's a solid issue, good story. Again, in the beginning it's like, oh, it's a little tense, and you're like, oh, well, Hit Girl's mom find out that she's Hit Girl, but then you remember in Kick-Ass 2 that she doesn't know, so that also makes the tension a little less. But again, the reason I give it 3.5 stars is because it is $5. I think that's a lot for something that's not double size, and we waited for so long. I think that's another reason. It was a little bit disappointing because we did wait a while for this. And I'm just excited for the movie. Honestly, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I really like Kick-Ass, the movie, a little bit more than the comic book. And I'm really hoping that the same thing happens with Kick-Ass 2. Because I didn't love the Kick-Ass 2 comic book. I thought it was good, but I'm expecting the movie to be a lot better. And I think because they're organizing it better, they're going to have the Hit Girl and Kick-Ass 2 story all in one movie. It's not going to be, we know what happens, now we're filling in a gap that was never needed to be filled. So I'm going to give it 3.5. You might want to debate if you want to spend $5 on this story. It is good, but just the circumstances that they give us with this story is the problem. So I'm going to give it 3.5. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be reviewing Kick-Ass 3 and Kick-Ass 2, the movie, when those come out. So this is Comic Uno. Hope you guys enjoyed. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the rent situations. I'll see you guys later. Bye.